Every day of life is a miracle, especially for a person like me.
This is Martin Glade, a survivor of the Shoah.
I was born in a little village in Hungary in 1926. There was 5 girls and 2 boys. I was the youngest, and the home was very Jewish.
When you first meet Martin Glade, he's extremely humble. He's very unassuming, very sweet. Here's this individual that movies should be made about him, and yet he's as simple, as sweet, as humble as they come.
Talks very much about his religious part of his life and how that was so important to him. There were things that he very much admired about his parents, where, other people would say, gee, I want to grow up, I want to be a president, I want to be this, he wanted to be a husband, he wanted to be a father.
When Marty was young, so his nickname was Mordka, and he has his childhood memories before the war, the sight of a Torah when a wealthy man had donated a Torah to the community.
And he said, one day, I want to do that.
But Mordecai's hopes and dreams would have to wait.
Dass die ewige Flucht der Erscheinungen nunmehr endgültig abgelöst wurde von einem rufenden Volk.
When I was a child, first of all, he wouldn't speak about anything. We did hear the nightmares, out loud yelling nightmares.
Most of the stories I know are the things that what he did to survive versus those who didn't. Talking about marching, always making sure that he wasn't at the end of the line, because those are the people that didn't survive.
After months of crushing slave labor, Martin would be forced to march on a badly injured foot.
I said, well, I can't march. I definitely can't march. So I said, well, I just stay. And the last minute I decided, no, I'm not going to stay. I teamed up with an elder guy. We started marching day and night, day and night.
Martin's mentor and friend could not keep up.
All of a sudden, he just sits down on his sack from a distance, this SS, actually playing. Hit it right here.
But help was on its way. From D-Day to liberation.
The Americans liberated whoever were left. They found him, he was alive.
He weighed 60 pounds. Can you imagine an adult weighing 60 pounds?
They had a large family, and practically everybody was decimated. And the only 2 that were left was my uncle Marty and his sister, my mother Irene.
But I really looked for tomorrow. I looked for the future. What happened? Nothing I could do about it. It's gone. And that's not the way one should die, the way my parents and my sibling did. But that's the way it was. That's the way it was with 6 million people.
Martin would be transported to a displaced persons camp and would eventually be taken under the wings of an American Army unit. Later, he would be sponsored by the Jewish community in Tyler, Texas.
Coming close to America, it was, after going through all that, a concentration camp, seeing the Statue of Liberty, I don't know, there was a dry eyes.
And finally, to Boyle Heights in Los Angeles.
But the worst part about this whole thing, what's my future? What's my future?
So my dad moved to Boyle Heights, and I know my aunt had seen my mom in the bakery for a few times.
He liked her, but what he liked most was that she had a big family.
Stories I heard were they worked so hard and so many hours that Brenda and Roger often were in a playpen in the shop while they were making sandwiches.
That we were kind of a working family, that my father frequently was in the food business. When I was very young, he did catering.
With not 5 cents in his pocket, with not a real good knowledge of the English language, without anything. And from that, built a wonderful business, a wonderful family, a wonderful life.
So first the sandwiches were made for lunch trucks. Later it evolved to vending machines.
So the majority of the product that was consumed, whether it be in 7-Elevens, whether it be in Arco AM/PM, those were products that we manufactured every day. But in those days, that was kind of unheard of. Nobody ate packaged food at all. So it was, things that are the way it's done all over the world, we kind of started it.
Marty really grieved and mourned the passing of Sally. He went through the 7-day period, Shiva. He went through the 30 days and the year.
My father has purchased 6 Sefer Torahs, and when my mom passed away, it was a way of doing something in her name.
I have a special Lag BaOmer gift for you.
The beauty of Marty's generosity and how he's dedicated Torahs throughout the area in memory of his loved ones and the Jewish community in general that's perished during the Holocaust.
I did not do anything for 1 year. Then after my kids suggested, go on J-Date and see, because I do believe not to be alone.
Marty would meet the joy in his life, Sandy.
We enjoy traveling together. I'm not alone, but just to be together.
The happy couple has been together for more than a decade, bringing love and cheer to all around them.
Marty really adheres to this random act of kindness. Every once in a while, he'll give me a call, and he says, meet me in front of Costco. And we both take shopping carts, and we go down the aisles, and he tells me, just fill up as much as you need for the Chabad food bank. He really wants to help those struggling families. And Marty knows what it means to be hungry.
He's been through thick and thin, things that I cannot even imagine in my life. And he is a man that talks from experience. And he has a lot of wisdom and courage.
I love you, Apu.
At 89 years old, I know 70-year-olds that can't keep up with him.
Chazak, be strong, whatever faces you, and do the best you can, and take care of your family, and be Chazak, strong.